Episode 4. Let's go. Yo, what is up, guys? You guys already know what to do. Smash that like button. And yeah, let's review Hawkeye Episode 4. Now, not a whole lot went down in this episode. Well, I mean, it did, but the last couple minutes of this episode was some big reveals. You know, intense, crazy action. So a lot went down in the second half of this episode towards the end. It did in the beginning. So I'm gonna basically tell you guys my favorite scenes throughout this episode and then wrap it up in an all nice bow, and then I'm gonna give you guys my score. Yeah, let's get started. So talking about my favorite scenes within these episodes, definitely have to be Christmas party. Oh well, the Christmas party, because, well, it wasn't really a Christmas party, but it was just more of a get-together, I guess. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But Kate and Clint was basically an apartment, and they were basically hanging out. And we actually got some real character moments and scenes, and just more of the relationship bonding between Kate and Clint was really amazing to see. Great. I think the relationship has been the absolute standout part of, you know, this season of Hawkeye. But yeah, the whole Christmas party scene, bonding time between Kate and Clint was really great. You know, we actually got some big reveal. One big reveal in this episode, that Clint, he wasn't really sent to recruit Natasha, he was sent to kill her. So that was a big revelation that I didn't see coming. That was a great character moment between Kate and Clint. Now, another thing that I also liked within this episode was his wife, because his wife actually helped him out with this whole Rolex watch thing. And that was really great to see, because usually in superhero, you know, stories or movies or whatever, you know, you get the wife complaining. You know, I like that she was very much understanding of what he was going through and what he had to do. And even she helped him out by texting him, you know, the information about the watch, and all that stuff was really great. So I liked how his wife was more involved. His wife was more involved in this episode than she had ever been in the previous Avengers movies. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, that was really, really great. You know, now talking about, you know, we also got the costumes in this episode, I guess. Well, they will be wearing in next week's episode. But yeah, we also got to see some of the LARPers returning. And I can't just say that the LARPers are really, really great. I love how they are really putting the supporting characters in and making them funny, and making them somewhat important to the story, or I guess our characters overall. So the LARPers was really, really great to see them back, or some of them back in this episode. But yeah, now moving on to really the ending of this episode, or towards the ending of this episode. So we see Kate, you know, she's breaking into an apartment for the watch. Well, I think it was a watch. But yeah, so we see a notepad with, I guess, all of Hawkeye's history and his family and what he's been doing, and just history on Clint. And we find out this is Echo's apartment, so Kate and Echo gets in their kind of huge fight, and we get to see more of Echo's badassness. I guess that's the word. But yeah, you know, can I just say one thing? Echo, I really, really love her. Like, she's great, without saying anything, because, you know, she's deaf. But yeah, she's really, really great. She's probably one of the best characters, in my opinion, one of my favorites throughout this whole show. But yeah, so we get that. Also a parallel between, you know, on the rooftop with Clint and his mystery character that he's also fighting, which I will talk about in a second. But yeah, this fight scene was really, really great. It was more fight. It was more combat hand-to-hand fight than, you know, pulling back an arrow and just shooting. But yeah, the fight scenes This was the only fight scene in this episode, but this fight scene was really, really great. It was amazing to see the hand-to-hand combat. We even got to see Echo versus a little bit of Echo, fighting the mystery character, so that was great. We also got to see another character moment by, Clint. Kate is about to fall off the roof, and we actually get to see a parallel between, how Black Widow died and, how she was falling off the roof and Clint had to catch her and he didn't want. The same thing happened to Natasha, happened to Kate. So that was another great moment in between the fighting. But yeah, so we finally get to see who this mystery character is, and it's Yelena Belova, which I'm so excited that she's being reintroduced into the present day MCU. But yeah, we found out that it's Yelena, and her introduction, I have to say that it was kind of underwhelming. I thought that she was gonna make this big entrance, but I guess it was fine. The other nitpick I have to say about her entrance was her night vision goggles. I didn't know why she had to wear that. I didn't know why she just didn't come in her regular attire, because nobody knew who she was. But yeah, but other than that, I'm super excited for Yelena to come back in the present day MCU timeline, which was great. I'm pretty sure we're going to get more of her in these last 2 episodes. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see where her character goes. And we know that Clint and Yelena is going to make up, and she's going to kind of go on her own and kind of not, I wouldn't say be the Black Widow, but I would say she's going to she's going to forgive Clint, and she's kind of going to go off and do her own thing with Valentina. She won't be a good guy per se, but she won't be a bad guy per se. She will be like kind of in the middle. But yeah, I'm super excited for Yelena to be back within this whole present day MCU. But yeah, fantastic episode, just to wrap it up in the all nice bow. Fantastic episode. I wouldn't say I like this more than the previous episode. And the second half of this episode, which was the fighting on the rooftop, all that was great. The second half of this episode was really fantastic. The first half was kind of slow, but it was still good. But yeah, just to kind of wrap it up in the all nice bow, the episode was great. It was fantastic. But yeah, I will give this Hawkeye episode a B+. But yeah, I'm going to kick it off to you guys. What do you guys think of this latest episode, episode 4 of Hawkeye? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you think of Yelena Belova's big return? And do you think that we will see Kingpin in the second to final episode of Hawkeye? With that being said, I'll see all you Hawkeyes in the next video.